In this video I'm going to show you how I made this perfect bound notebook. I started with a block of A5 print paper. I got out around 40-50 sheets. I patted down the block of paper to make sure it was all lined up perfectly and used some clips to hold them in. I then put this block into my book press. If you want to see how to make this book press, check out my previous video. I then tightened down all the screws so it was nice and tight. Once the block was locked into the press, I could just remove these clips. I took some PVA glue and painted this onto the edge of the block. I did a relatively thin layer so it would dry a bit quicker, and I knew I'd be adding more later on. I wiped off any excess that had dribbled onto the sides of the paper. I had an old classic car manual that I wanted to use for the cover, so I just found a page with some interesting drawings on and pulled it out. I laid down an A4 sheet of black card and put some spray glue on the back of it. Carefully I laid down the piece of paper from the book manual and laid it out flat. In previous attempts I tried using PVA glue here, but it just got too wet and made the paper crinkly. I then went back and added another coat of PVA glue to the spine. I did 4 in total. Once that was fully dry, it took about 20 minutes. I removed it from the press. Here I made a bit of a mistake. I put it back in the press, ready to paint up the edge. I did this too early. I took some black acrylic paint and painted a thin coat on the edge. I think this is called gilding, I'm not entirely sure. I then took the cover which had been glued together and put the block of paper on it and lined it up. I then carefully folded over the edges so it was the right thickness. Added more spray glue to the inside of the book cover and laid down the block of paper. And pressed it down tightly. There was some overhang from the block of paper, so I just took a sharp razor blade and trimmed off the excess. This is where I went a bit wrong, because I just removed all the paint I'd done. I cover the top and bottom of the cover with some masking tape and put it back in the press to paint all the edges again. There is also a layer of sellotape on the actual press itself, so none of that paint's on the wood, and I can just peel it off when I'm done. For a full written guide and a list of items and materials used, check out my Instructables or website. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share and subscribe.